On Thursday, September 27th, the Public Utilities Commission officially received a formal complaint filed on my behalf by my attorney, Harold Bronstein, regarding the Certificate of Public Convenience and Necessity that the Hawaii Superferry needs to operate. And the Hawaii Superferry received this certificate, this license to operate as a water carrier in Hawaii on December 30th, 2004. And part of the certificate was conditioned, and one of the conditions that was very important to allowing them to operate was the Hawaii Superferry is supposed to abide by all laws, rules, and regulations, state and federal. And after the court decision saying that an environmental review needed to be done regarding the harbor improvements, myself and my attorney felt that this particular condition was violated. So initially we filed an informal complaint, and the response from the P.U.C. staff was that the Hawaii Superferry didn't willfully avoid this condition. Therefore, the informal complaint didn't stand, and I don't believe that they were going to move on it. Upon doing more research, we found that there were a lot of concerns regarding an environmental review connected to the Certificate of Public Convenience and Necessity. In its decision and order of December 30th, 2004, the P.U.C. Was concerned about all the environmental issues that were raised by the public. And in its decision and order, what it said was that the environmental issues need not be addressed in this particular decision and order, since the determination of whether the proposed ferry service and its effect on the harbors and surrounding areas require an environmental assessment is currently being reviewed and addressed by the Department of Transportation. And then the decision and order goes on to state, we find it necessary, however, to condition our authorization in this docket upon the applicant showing to the satisfaction of the Commission that applicant has complied with all applicable federal and state laws, rules, and regulations, including, without limitation, matters relating to the Environmental Impact Statement Law under Chapter 343 Hawaii Revised Statute to the extent applicable to ensure that all such requirements are appropriately addressed. Once the court made the determination that the exemption process used by the Department of Transportation was wrong, that they failed to look at the secondary impacts of the Hawaii Superferry, people should have stepped back and reviewed this particular Certificate of Public Convenience and Necessity, because that's the license that is given to the Hawaii Superferry operations to operate within the state. We want the P.U.C. to enter an order declaring that the Hawaii Superferry is in willful violations of the Public Utilities Decision Order of 21524, which is the granting of the Certificate of Public Necessity and Convenience. I'm sorry, it's Certificate of Public Convenience and Necessity.
Okay.
And that, because it violated not only the P.U.C. decision and order, but also is in violation of the Department of Transportation's Harbors Operating Agreement dated September 7, 2005. And that the Certificate of Public Convenience and Necessity be held in inactive status or suspended until the environmental review is completed. So that's basically the
Right.
relief that we're asking for in this complaint.